G'day and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm, our Let's Play series on a map by Black Sheep Modding, and we are going to crack straight into it. We are busy. We have got harvesting to finish off and we've got a bit of money to spend. Not necessarily in that order. Okay, what we are looking at is, if I bring back up the HUD, we sold off a couple of loads of crop. So we offloaded one load of corn, one load of wheat, and we're now sitting at just shy of $100,000. We also did a bit of off-camera stuff, and we took a lot of our grass because we had hundreds of thousands of litres of grass stored, and we put them in the silage clamps up at the farm. We've got them fermenting. Just something a little bit different to do because we haven't done that at all. In fact, I've not done that at all, ever. Not properly anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to continue on with our harvest, but then we're going to decide what we're going to do with that money. So what we'll do first is we'll get this combine underway, because we are fighting the battle of losing light and everything else, and we want to maximise our work day so we can actually get all of our crops harvested in time. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to just swivel in here, go to our trusty course play. We're going to be working on field 66. We want to do narrow. We'll work on narrow field actually, and we're going to go generate field course and see what that does for us, because this is a relatively narrow field. So what this will do is just do ups and downs, and that will actually be fine. It's going to do a few headlands and then go up and down, which is fine. So we're happy with that. Get that loaded up. We'll make sure that our other settings are correct. Stop during unloading is activated. So we're going to tell him to go to the first waypoint, and we're going to leave him be. And off he goes, nice and quick. Alright, what we need to do now is we need to go find our tractor and trailer and get them ready to go as well. We need to record a course play course for offloading, most likely. Actually, no, we'll do this one manually today. Alright. So, like I said, we've got $100,000 in the bank now, or just shy thereof, and we've been saying that we're going to look at extending the farm up to our north. So if I bring the map up, so the farm up here, so farm 3 as it's labelled, we've got fields 24, 25 and 26, which is what we started with the game pretty much. I think I may have bought 24 early on. We bought field 40. So we need to buy a few more fields up here to make this a going concern, and put a couple of tractors up there, get some more implements, all that sort of stuff. So what we need to do is look at purchasing some more land up there. I was thinking about field 42. Only reason being, it's a medium-sized field. It falls within our expenses. We don't want beetroot, or sugar beet I mean, because we haven't got a beet harvester. We haven't got the money to run that, so we're just going to leave that be for now. But I think if we're going to have a look at field 42 initially, that's $85,000. So that's going to leave us $12,000 in the kitty for anything we need to buy in relation to fuel or fertilizer and stuff until we sell off some more crop, which will be after we've harvested it. So I think we'll do that. I think we'll just buy it. So there we go, done. So we've bought that. Now the bonus obviously with that at this point in time is that's almost ready to harvest. So hopefully the next day or two that'll be harvestable along with field 40. In fact, I can't remember what's in field 40. Same thing, soybeans. So field 40 and 42, and then 24 and 25 will also be ready to harvest. So by the time we finish harvesting all these fields down here, we should be able to get the combine up north and harvest those fields up there. So that's the plan for this point in time. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go and find, head back over to the farm over here. If I can find a place to actually go into. Alright, so we've got to find where our tractor and trailer's gone. It was over here somewhere. There's one of our trailers. I think it was actually in the farm in the silo tip point. And it is indeed. Alright. So we're going to take him out and get ready to offload the combine. Oh, so we'll go this way. I just managed to do that in part time. And you'll see off in here This is where we've got the silage clamps up and running. So there's a few 100,000 litres of effectively silage fermenting in there at the moment. So we'll have some work cut out for us as well when that's ready. What we're going to do with that, I don't know. We may well just sell it. Who knows? Maybe we'll just use it as pure profit, as little as it may be. Anyway, I hope you are all doing fantastically well. It is early July, and we are pushing to get a few videos recorded and put in the queue because in just over a week and a half's time we'll be going on our holiday, and we'll be gone for about 2 weeks. And in that time there will be no live streams, but I hope to have a whole pile of these videos queued up, so at least there's something to keep you entertained on the Duckzorly gaming channel. Yeah, so we'll have to get some of that done. And what I'm also going to do is I decided tonight I am going to do some recording of Lone Oak, but I will do a live stream of Lone Oak prior to recording. So probably my next live stream this coming weekend, I will do, which will be probably well before you see this video. Shut me down while we wait. Yeah, we'll be. Excuse me while I do that. Yeah, so we'll do the live stream of Lone Oak and continue on there, and then I'll do a couple of recorded episodes, because I think that way it'll keep the interest going, all that sort of stuff. I was actually toying with doing 2 different series on Lone Oak. Our realistic series, which is what we're sort of doing live stream wise, but then also a canned version. So effectively you'll see the canned version. In fact, I might still do that, and that way I'm not going to impede on the live stream, which is going to be driven by you guys, as in making decisions on what we're going to do as we go through the life of running that farm. So that may well be the plan. And we might well just do Lone Oak with the modern classics of the Massey Ferguson stuff, similar to what we're doing now, with a slightly bit better budget, because it can be very, very hard, which isn't a problem, but we'll just see how we go. So that'll probably be the plan. So look out for that one. I do also hope to get a couple of Frostpunk videos and some Jurassic World videos hopefully out. I know I've done them as live streams, but maybe I'll just do them as some episodes as well, just to sort of keep those running, and give you something again to watch while I'm. So I'll schedule them for when I'd normally do a live stream. So anyway, it is what it is. All right, so we've got the combine off there. So now, when we have a look at our map, field 93 and 86 over here, they're both grass fields, neither of which have been fertilised. If I select grass, then you'll see they're grass. 93 has a full growth of grass on it. 86 and all the other grass fields are coming back with some growth, ready to harvest again. So we'll definitely be able to harvest grass again prior to winter. Now, we don't really need any for our sheep. We've got more than enough stored up. So I'm not sure exactly what we'll do there. Whether we might just make some silage bales again and then sell them off. Now that's the other thing too, we've got plenty of silage bales we can be selling off, so we might start selling some of them off as well. I think most of them should now be well and truly fermented, so that's another option for us to look at to make a bit of money. That's what we're about at the moment, make as much money as we possibly can, so as we can expand the farm, whether it be expand it with land or expanding it with buying some more animals, whether it be buying more sheep or buying some cows, and doing all that sort of stuff. And then also, of course, buying some more equipment. Slowly and surely we've got to get our way up to getting some new equipment. That includes possibly selling off some of the older equipment we've got and trading some of it up. So yeah, that's what we're going to move forward to, and we'll just see how that progresses. Hopefully we should do okay with it. Alright, so we're just waiting now for this guy to come through. So in the interim, I'll just shut him down. No, I said shut him down. Thank you. Alright, we'll run over here. I'm going to grab the big A and take that back up to the farm. We've left it down here on the field. I don't want to leave it down here. I mean, You never know these days. Some young lad could come across and go for a joyride in it, or try and vandalise it, so we need to look after our equipment a little bit better. Alright. So we'll just simply take him up and out of the way. Make sure there's nothing coming. There's not. Alright. I do love this little piece of kit. It always surprised me when I first looked at this, and we had the massive Ferguson pack when we first started this map with it, and it's because as you all well and truly know, I love the Big M, and I do actually enjoy using this as well. This is quite a good little unit. So yeah. So that's why I think if we do another Lone Oak, we might do one with older equipment and sort of do an old style Lone Oak without the big buds and all that sort of stuff. So we'll have one series with the big buds and the big John Deeres and all that sort of stuff, and then we'll have another series with the smaller, older equipment, which will be more of a challenge time-wise and everything else. So yeah, that will probably be the plan. That'll be what happens, I think. I'm pretty sure the more I talk about it, that's what I'm going to end up doing. Alright, so the harvester's at 70% full. So he's going to bring the big A around here to these sheds at the back of the farm. Very bumpy road here, we need to smooth that out. Okay. So just going to bring him in. There we go. Alright, so I shut him down. No, I said shut him down. Right. Okay. Now we'll go for a bit of a jog back down here to the combine and the tractor, and then by the time we get down there, it'll be time to empty him off again. And then will be time to take this load up, because he won't get a full load the next time. So we might as well pass the time by transporting the goods up. Now, I haven't been to our production facilities the last couple of game days, so we've probably got a bit of stuff over there to be transporting as well. So we'll have to go check on that at some point as well. Actually, you know what? He's very close. What we might do, just top up. You just top up. Actually, no, we can take a full load. So we'll take this load, yeah, then we'll go off and offload it. That's what I said I was going to do, didn't I? Losing the plot, guys, losing the plot. Okay, being the 3rd of July, as I'm when I'm recording this, our Patreon payments have gone through. So again, I would like to deeply and gratefully thank our Patreons for their support of the channel. Now, I'm not going to list them all now because I'm going to miss some of them. So I don't want to embarrass anyone by missing anyone. And in fact, I've got it there, so I can actually do it. So our Patreons are Mr. Aussie Medic, Elliot Gale, Grizzly Bear Sims, Daniel Jones, Mr. D. Coleman, Mr. Pooks, Branko Rez, and Josh, which is otherwise known as Sci Shop. So thank you very much to all those lovely people that help support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And if you too wish to assist us in keeping the channel running and all those sort of little bits of cost and then giving back to the channel, then please check out the link below and come on, go sign on as a Patreon. Now, 90% of all the money that's made via the Patreon subscriptions goes back into the channel in relation to buying things like DLCs and having giveaways and all that sort of stuff. So 90% of it comes back to the subscribers effectively, or those using the channel, in the way of those competitions and giveaways, all that sort of stuff, whatever we choose to do. And then the other 10% is just helping my costs in either equipment upgrades or cost of internet, all that sort of stuff. So, which I think is reasonably fair and equitable. But anyway, thanks again to those lovely people for supporting the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Alright, so we'll head on back down now. Instead of cutting across the fields, we should really be following the road down. And because we've got plenty of time, that's exactly what we will do. It is very bumpy. The fields are much smoother than taking this dirt road we've got. We really need to get the excavator out and sort of level it out a bit. However, somehow I don't think it's going to work. Okay, all clear there. Off we go. Now I'm hoping the audio is nice and clear. We've been experimenting with new positions of the microphone and the stand and everything else on the desk. So generally, if it's not loud enough, I'm actually post-processing and adjusting it where I can and where I notice it being down a bit. But hopefully, it's at such a level that it's good enough that I don't have to worry about tuning it. Alright, so what about, we're at 57%, we might head on down and just see exactly where he is. Well, we can see him from there. But we'll go off and follow his path, so to speak. We still have no new news from Giants in relation to Farming Simulator 19. Everyone's speculating and waiting for FarmCon, which hopefully we should get a significant amount of news into exactly what's going on and some preview type stuff. That would be nice to see. I'd personally like to be able to see some gameplay. It'd be nice if they could release that, albeit early. I would like to see at least a little bit of smattering of gameplay. It'd be good to see. But again, I have to wait and see. Hopefully that won't be too far away, and we can get more excited by actually seeing exactly what is really happening with the game and its development. We're also on the point of needing to get some more fuel for this thing too. We're getting a little bit low on the fuel. I'm going to head on in and get ready to unload. He's at 82%. Doesn't really matter when we actually unload him, really, because all we're doing is losing time. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just unload him now and then he can just continue on. Why am I not lined up? Alright. My lining up in cab was obviously very poor. So hope everyone is doing really well. I'm very pleased to say, and I know I've mentioned it before on the Discord channel and all that sort of stuff, but I am very humbled and pleased to say that the bit of fundraising we put forward in the live streams over the last weekend netted us just over $100, and it saw us able to buy a lovely set of flowers for Mrs. Aussie Medic, who's been going through a lot of medical dramas, but more bureaucratic dramas more than anything in the end, in trying to get some very important surgery and all that done. So we organised some. I put up on the channel that we're going to collect money for getting some flowers for her, and thankfully I had a bunch of wonderful subscribers or friends of the channel, and I mean actually friends more so than anything else, because it was actually something that was very nicely done and very gratefully done by all of them. We raised that money, and today the flowers arrived, and we got a lovely message back, a little video message back from Mrs. Aussie Medic, saying how she received the flowers and that she loved them and all that sort of stuff. So to Mrs. Aussie Medic and to Aussie Medic, all the best, guys. I hope you get the surgery and everything as soon as possible. And to all those guys that put in the money and helped us raise some money for the flowers, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to just help someone just a little bit, just with just those small things like paying it forward effectively, and someone that's going through a bit of a tough time, being able to put a bit of a smile on their face, even if it is for 10-15 minutes. It's a very important thing, if nothing else, especially in today's day, and everyone combating different mental health issues and all that sort of stuff. Everyone's got these strains and that in their lives, and the least we can do. And that's that wonderful thing about this sort of medium being YouTube and social media, the power of getting a community together and doing that sort of stuff. So for such a small channel and in such a quick, unscripted and unnotified or non-notified sort of thing, I think it was quite good. So I was quite happy with that. So thank you very much, guys. Anyway, that's I think we might leave it about there and just come back. We haven't got much else on at the moment, so keep them short and sweet now if we can. I'm certainly trying to keep it to about the 20 to 25 minutes for videos where possible. It makes the watching a little bit easier and doesn't drag it out at all. So, well, too much other than my blabbering. So what we'll do is we'll leave it there. We'll come back. This field will probably be finished by the time we come back, but we'll certainly be coming back and getting some more of our fields harvested, like that cornfield over there. We may well get a fair bit more done with courseplay and start doing some multitasking again. Being it's 5 o'clock PM game day time, we'll probably be coming back in the next game day as well. So we may have grass to cut, we may have a whole pile of stuff to deal with. So in any case, we will see you back here very, very soon on the Valley of the Old Farm and Duckzorly Gaming. Please don't hesitate to press that like button, or if you really want, you can press the dislike button and flush the toilet. And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and no matter where you are in the world, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening or night, look after yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. See you later.